welcome to my new podcast. This is gonna be our first ever podcast. I've never done anything like this, but I've been wanting to do it for months. It is gonna be called Keeping Up with Kendall because for some reason, my life is like a movie.
Period.
So we'll start off with this. This is one of my besties. We met like 2018. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Her name is Chantrella. You guys might know her. If not, I will definitely add her somewhere in the section. In there, you will definitely be able to find her. But yeah, so we worked at Hooters like what?
I think we both worked there for like
8. I worked there for like what, 2 years?
3. I was there for like 3.5, almost 4.
And you bartended the whole time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was there for like 3 months. I was serving, and then the manager at the time was like, "Wait, you have a personality."
Wasn't his name Paul?
No, Greg.
Who was
Greg.
the short, stocky one?
Oh, Paul.
I knew it was Paul!
He loved you.
Oh, I know.
I loved I honestly loved all the managers there.
Okay, but
I loved that
Okay,
job.
but we can't name call here. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
you're
say
right,
there was
you're
one
right.
particular manager that was a little cuckoo, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so anyways. So how many? Can we say the word on here? SDs.
SDs.
Like low-key SDs, but not without the sugar.
How many daddies have I had?
Yes. No, from there specifically.
Oh, like on my creator page?
Nope. From Hooters. This is where it all started, you guys. We worked at Hooters, and maybe that's what got us into this, because we were like, that's like the same field I guess. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's like.
Well, I feel like people.
Sexual.
Yeah, it is.
But not really.
That was my biggest thing.
Sexualizing.
I hated when girls would work there though, and they would be like, "Oh, why is this guy talking to me this way?" Da da da. I'm like, we literally work
our
at
butts are out.
Hooters.
Like
we
what?
literally work at Hooters.
Yeah.
Like I understand it's not a
staring at my tits.
like I understand it's not a strip club. Like they shouldn't be touching you.
Yeah, I never got touched.
Never
I don't think I ever got
cared
touched.
when guys were like, "Oh, like." I mean,
Like
I work at Hooters.
Nice, you know,
that's why they're
AZZ.
going.
No, literally. You know what's funny?
And
you
girls
guys
would
had
freak out about that shit.
Yes.
They'd be like, "I can't believe he just said I
Yes.
have a nice body," and I'm like,
You're like, what?
"You're in a nice, cute outfit."
And you're not in a ski suit. Like, make it make sense. No, okay.
Okay.
So if you had to think of a stereotypical man that goes to Hooters, what would you describe him as?
He definitely has kids,
Wait. Okay.
and he's married,
Okay.
and he always talks about how much he hates his wife,
Okay.
which is my biggest pet peeve. I hate when men do that.
But you can't
because
even get
I'm like,
mad at them because they're giving you money. Like,
I couldn't-
you can't be like, you can't degrade your wife because then I'm not getting paid. You're just like, you know what, Jimmy John Palm?
I don't know. I can't. That's one thing I can't.
So
I can't
you
fake.
get mad at them? Like,
I
what'd
would
you
just say, don't talk about your wife.
Okay.
Don't
that's respectable.
negatively talk about your wife to me because, one, I don't care.
Okay.
And two,
Yeah.
it's like, why are you with her if you hate her?
Makes sense.
I don't know.
At least you're like.
That's just I can't be
legit.
fake with that because
Yeah.
especially I don't know. I feel like being cheated on also plays a role.
It hit a little soft spot.
Yeah.
'Cause
So I'm
you're
like,
just
don't talk about your wife. I wouldn't say it like that. I would just be
Yeah.
like, maybe even just change the subject.
Say it again. No, I'm just kidding.
Say it again. I don't know.
Say it
Maybe
again,
just
see
like,
what happens.
just change the subject if you like wanted to be.
Yeah.
I don't know, like nice about it. I guess.
I had so many regulars that did that to me. But I would just sit there. I wouldn't even say anything. I just listened to their story.
Yeah. I mean, I'll listen to them, but at the same time, I don't know.
I'm
There
just like,
comes
you
a
want another
point-
sweet tea?
Yeah.
And oysters?
Change the subject.
Sweet tea and oyster, you know who I'm
So,
talking
how many
about.
boneless wings do you want? Anyways.
Do you want them bone in, bone out?
But yeah, I always feel like it was like the family guys,
100%.
which is sad.
Yeah.
But, and then those were the same ones that would stay your
The
entire
whole
shift.
shift. For
Your whole
8
shift.
hours. Even when you worked a double, like 11 to 9, they were there the whole time. Like, do you not have any
Yeah.
work?
And they'd be like, I don't want to go home. And I'm like, that sucks.
Yeah, but I would go shopping.
Yeah.
I would like drive around and watch the sunset or something.
Yeah, I
Like,
wouldn't
why are
sit
you
at-
sitting at Hooters?
I don't know. I love
Weird.
that job though.
It was a lot
And
of fun.
I made great money.
Yeah.
But
It was a lot of fun. I hated the fights. The UCF fight.
I loved the fight.
The only reason I hated it is because
But I
I
was
would get
behind
out
the
at
bar.
4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
my section would be the same 5 tables the entire night.
That's why.
That's
Because
what I
the
hated.
bar during the fights
yes.
are so fun.
Yeah,
So
because then you
fun.
get to talk
And
and,
this-
they
and
rotate.
it's like Yeah, I was gonna say it's not. Well, actually, no,
same.
I lied. I was gonna say it's not the same people, but a lot of people do stay. But then people are coming up to the bar that aren't
just
sitting and
chilling
they're
or
like
sitting
new.
outside or something.
And they still want stuff. So
Yeah,
you're
and
making
they're
money off
friends.
of so many people.
Yeah, no.
I loved that. And football season. I loved it. Moneymaker.
Football, man. I'm just kidding. No, listen, so I don't know why, but whenever I think of like the stereotypical man that comes to Hooters is the construction workers with their outfits.
Yes.
That's
during
still-
lunchtime. And I'm like, don't you have to get back to
And
work?
they get a whole pitcher of beer. And they're still
And
going
then
out.
they go back to work. I'm like, wait.
And it's like 99 degrees
Or
outside.
The golf men. The ones who golf.
Yes.
Why are you laughing?
You were with one very specific person.
I feel like it's always the golf men.
He was a golfer. He
Oh,
was
man.
a golfer.
I've never been
The
with a golfer and I don't
typical
want
little
to.
tennis shoes with the khaki
Yeah.
shorts and the button-down white t-shirt.
The khaki shorts that like come down
and
to
the blonde hair that comes like this. His laugh is killing me.
But they're always nice.
They are
Like
to
I
everybody, not
never,
just you.
I never had like issues with
No.
customers there. I loved all my customers, really.
Okay, wait. We're gonna tell stories here.
Okay.
What's the worst? Because I have one to tell you, and you're gonna be like, no way. I think you were there that night, actually, because you probably remember this lady screaming. What is the worst story of like somebody just doing disrespect? I wouldn't even say disrespectful. Just something that was a memorable, not good at Hooters.
Oh, it was during a fight night, actually.
Okay.
And this guy, I can't remember like the whole story because I literally blacked out. I was so mad. But he threw
Where's the hair?
food, a box, like a to-go box at me.
At you?
And I literally climbed over the bar. And I was like, get the fuck out. And I was like screaming in his face.
Stop.
And I think, who was working? Who was managing?
Probably
I'm not gonna name drop
Yeah,
anyways,
no more
but
names.
there was a manager that was working and they handled it so well. Like they were like about to fight for me. Like the manager was straight up about, I know who it is now. He was literally about to throw hands. He's like, get the
Really?
fuck out. Like you, yeah,
Well,
I
that's so
literally had like
disrespectful.
food
That's
over
so
me.
disrespectful.
Yeah, I was
And
like,
they're
oh,
white
hell
uniforms,
no.
so-
Well, black, because I was behind the bar.
You're
so
right.
I was okay.
But still.
But I was like, oh,
You
hell
got
no, you
hot
are
sauce
not about
dripping
to
down your boobs.
throw
Like, that's-
food at me.
Yeah, not cool.
And I can't even remember
What was
why.
the reason why?
I remember. Okay, so you know how for the fights they had to be on every TV?
Yes.
Because Hooters
Okay,
pays
yes.
for it.
Yes.
So like it has to be on the TV. He wanted the big screen. He was super drunk. And he wanted
specific one in
the
the middle
big
of the
screen,
store.
the main one,
Yeah.
to be something different. And I was telling him, I'm like, we can't because
Wait.
it's a fight night.
Yeah.
And, like,
that's the main screen.
And he flipped his shit. And he was like calling me a bitch and the C word and this. And I was like, I don't
just
even know how to
threw
change
it.
the TV anyways. Like, why are you yelling at
You don't
me?
even need to change them. You know how many times people did that though? Like
Yeah.
between football and the fights and everything.
Yeah.
That was always an issue.
Yeah.
And then like being a server, I would always forget to change a TV because I got so busy. And then like you guys would have to end up changing the TV.
Yeah, I couldn't be a server to save my life because my
No.
memory. Like I have to have everybody
always
in the
forget to
same
catch up.
spot. Because if not, like
Yes. When they see you on the opposite side of the restaurant and then they get mad at you because you forget.
have you ever
Come
forgot
on, Dory.
completely that you had a table?
Yeah, all the time. And then I would see people like this.
Yeah. They do the look around.
Yes!
And
And,
they're like,
then they see you and they're like, I'm like, okay, I didn't have
it's
you.
so
That wasn't
embarrassing.
me. It is so embarrassing.
It's so
Because then you have to
embarrassing.
take them.
Yes, and then
And
they
then it's-
already hate you.
You're done. You're not even
They're
getting
not
a tip.
even. They're
You're
not
getting
even
$1.
giving you a chance.
No, you're done.
You have to come up with some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Like you just yak in the bathroom
I
or
don't
something
know.
because your grandma's, I don't know.
Your grandma. Wait. So what was your crazy story?
Oh my God, this was the worst night of my life. So there was this couple.
No.
I think it was a wing night. It was all you can eat wings, but like there was a special with the beer too. I think it was like buy one, get one with the pitchers, something like that. So they were definitely intoxicated. It was the wife and the husband. They were sitting there and they were flirting with me all night. But mostly the wife.
They were trying to.
Yes, she brought that up. So I'm just going along with it, because I'm just
Wait,
trying
were
to
they
make my...
good looking or no? Or were they old?
No,
Like,
they were like mid-age.
legally.
They weren't bad looking. But I was like, you know what? Like, if I keep playing into this, my tip gonna be fat. Like, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. So I was like, I was not flirting, but I was definitely being, you know how you are, Hooters. You're just like, oh, no, I'm just kidding. Not literally like that. But like, you're just really extra nice to everybody. So then the end of the night comes, and they were like all you can eat week. So they were like sitting there the entire night, him and his wife, flirting the entire time. And then I go to bring them the check, and she looks at me and she was like, "Are you flirting with my husband?" And I said, "What?" I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "You've been flirting with my husband this whole time. What the fuck is wrong with you?" Like screaming. Her whole personality changed. And then she gets up.
Because she had to pay the bill?
Yes! And she gets up and she's like, "This fucking whore is trying to chisel all." And
She
the manager,
it?
yes, she got up and screamed into the entire restaurant. Everybody's looking at me. And then I think it was, who was standing there as a manager, and he said, I don't know what. It looks so bad too, because like obviously nobody knows the whole conversation we just had.
Yeah.
So like it looks like I was like trying to get
the
paid.
switch.
The whole different person. I was like,
that's scary.
I'm like sitting there, and like she grabbed the pitcher, she was gonna throw it. It was empty, so like nothing was happening. And she
was
was
just gonna do a little
clunk.
and
then like it's just gonna fall off my head.
It hurt.
I forgot who was working at the bar. It was some girl, and she.
It definitely wasn't me.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I would remember.
You know who it was? Anyways. So she walks over to the bar, and like the girl's like trying to ask her like, "What's going on? What's going on?" She screams it again and points at me, saying, "I'm an effing whore. I'm trying to get with my husband." But she was just trying to. She was flirting with both of them, and more so her than anything. So I was like, I don't know if she just doesn't want to pay the bill.
She randomly like got a spike of like insecurity and just went ham.
I really have no, or like bipolar or something.
Wait, this girl's really hot. I don't like her anymore.
Yeah, but what? We were like, it was like a whole 360. Like I was like I literally stood there and I looked so confused because I was like,
what's going on?
What the hell? You just wanted to, okay, what? So then that was probably the
I don't
worst.
even know how I would handle that. My thing is when I was at Hooters, like straight up, I never like acted fake nice, like ever. Like I got my tips through my personality, like my straight up sarcasm and being not an asshole, because I'm never an asshole. I'm like the nicest person ever. But like guys would like love if you were just like kind of assholey. Yeah. So I was never like the perky. I mean, you worked with me. I was never like the perky, like
the typical like
kind of girl. But those are the ones that make the money. I mean, I still made amazing money.
I feel like I was like,
but I was just like completely me, and I never would like flirt for money because I didn't care. Yeah, I was just like, if you like me,
I think I just had days that I was more perkier than others. Like some days I just didn't want to go in.
Well, I think that's like all of how Hooters is, anyways. Yeah, like, that's how the girls and we're kind of trained.
Girls are definitely.
We're kind of trained to be more like uppity, and
you have to be.
Yeah,
or you're not making money. Like that's point blank period. You're not.
And customers can feel that energy too.
Oh, 100%.
Customers would literally call out girls there that were being like super fake.
Oh, not fake. I got called out. What did he say? He was just like, if you don't put a smile on your face, you're not gonna make money. But like I was so weeded. Like I had so much going on. Like I was just trying to get the food to the table. Yeah. And I was just like, okay.
That's the worst.
Yes, because
that's like the bad thing.
It's hard.
Like especially like the fights or the games when you're trying to do a million things all at once.
And I think somebody called out, so I had 2 sections. And I was like, there was like, you know when you like get sat, but your order's coming out and somebody wants to check, and then another person ran out of ketchup, and then everybody wants their beer.
It all happens at one time.
It always. And then like the rest of the night ends like that because like you messed up. Like once it happens one time, your entire shifts,
you're done. Because that's all you think about is how you were messing up. And
and then you're like trying to figure out if what happened, and then you're like, okay, I didn't get the drinks yet, and then the bar's yelling at you because you didn't get the drinks.
Did you ever like go home and think about what you did wrong, and it bothered you?
I dreamed about it.
I would always be like, oh, I forgot the ranch.
The ketchup. Yes.
Like, I forgot the ranch. And it's so bad when they're like super nice and they don't ask you, and then you feel bad.
They ate their hamburger without ranch.
Because I don't feel bad when they're mean.
No.
But I feel really bad if they never mention it. Because like when I go out, that's me. I won't mention it. I will eat everything like.
I'll be like, my ketchup.
I'm too nice. I need to be better about that for sure. Like it's to the point where you could literally forget my drink and I'll eat my entire meal without a drink. And I'll still tip you good.
No, I know.
I think it's just like being in the industry though. I
mean, yes.
Like we have like
Mama
a soft
still
spot.
ask for my drink.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey.
Yeah, like nicely.
Get my water.
I just have such a sweet spot for like any sort of industry people. I feel like everybody needs to work in the service industry at least for 6 months, at least.
To understand.
Mandatory.
100%.
Even with like Uber Eats drivers. Like the other night, I always tip good. Like always tip good. The other night, like even if you're slightly nice to me and have like a little conversation, the tip will go up even more. I'm like, oh, you know what? That was a really nice person. And all they do is say hi.
like, they're so nice. They said hi to me. They didn't just drop it off at the door.
I'm like,
That's so funny.
And they don't even half the time they don't even drop it off at the door. I'll literally go outside and be like, oh no, you don't have to get out of your car. Like, I got you.
Sham literally, if you guys don't pick up her order, she gives you more money. So the longer you take, the more money you make. She said, McDonald's, it's been 30 minutes. Okay, $10. No. Maybe somebody will get it for me now. I guess there's
canceling the order.
Yes.
I'm like, put that tip up.
You're like, all right,
hungry.
25, I guess.
Especially at like 12.
I would just drive at that point. Like,
I know.
That's a whole ass tank of gas.
I know.
Not a truck, but.
I know.
So I had this table. It was like a 12 top.
Mm-hmm. Oof, I hated those. When I was a server, it makes no sense. Because like you want to make money,
Split
but
up.
groups, especially if you have a 12 top and then you still are getting tapped.
Other tables.
And it's like a table of 5, a table of 6, table of 7.
It was even worse when you would just have a 12 top and they would take your whole section away from you.
Yeah.
And then you had nothing.
Yeah, and then they stay there all night, and that's like the only tip that you really get.
Yeah, and then they don't tip. I was so mad. It was a group, I guess, that always comes in all the time. And they're like, you know what? Yeah. And so they came in and they all sat down and like everybody was so nice and so talkative and I was like, yes, it's gonna be money.
Wait, I think I was there. Were they younger?
Yeah.
Were
I
they
think
all
were a little
like
bit
younger?
They weren't like 30s. I would say maybe 20s.
Oh
Maybe
no,
some
I'm thinking of
younger.
somebody else. I'm thinking of like the high schoolers that
No.
would come in and sit.
They were
in,
like
a
definitely
group.
mid-age.
Because they never tip.
Really?
High schoolers? No. For the most part.
You're right.
Because they don't understand.
They don't have money either.
Or even like, I don't know. We'd have like middle schoolers that came in. I'm like, where's your parents?
Yeah, but don't go out to eat if you don't have money.
Yeah.
Or DoorDash.
That's my biggest thing.
Yeah.
If I don't have enough for a tip, I'm not going out.
Yeah, no, they literally put nothing. And I looked and I was like, can we not even put like a 20% gratuity on here?
At that point.
How is that fair?
Yeah.
They told me no. And then I said I refuse to take them for any
'cause
time. Or for any time. And he was like, you can't do that. And I was like,
I'd be like,
Watch me.
I can't.
watch me.
But like, I will literally walk out if I get them again.
No, literally. I was like, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Like a 12 top and no money.
Yeah. Nothing at all.
There's no way.
Some people don't realize though. So like,
I think some people
especially-
think that it's 20% already.
It
But
could be
definitely says
that,
it at
or
the
if
RC.
they're people from different countries.
Then they don't know.
They don't know. They don't.
I guess it's
tip.
not normal. I think it's because they have 20%.
Like even when I went to Europe, if you tip a lot, it's almost like rude.
Really?
Yeah, because they don't expect
I'm gonna
like
move to Europe.
tips. Yeah, I know. Everything is just. I don't
Wait,
know.
so is it like 20% included?
So if they
they
don't
just don't
include it
make
on
money?
the bill, usually if they're fine with $5, no matter what it is. Like a $60 tab, a $70, like they're just grateful for
I'm
anything.
going to Europe.
But I think in Europe they get paid like a really good hourly wage.
They probably like $20 a dollar.
So I don't know though. I don't know. I could be
$20 a
wrong.
dollar.
But yeah, no. And then certain places you don't tip at all, or else it's literally looked down upon. Yeah. So I'm like,
We were supposed to be doing questions and answers from my Instagram, but
yeah,
they were questions that were
inappropriate.
Yeah. So we're just gonna go on our own little rant. This is just gonna give you guys like a little backstory on me and her, how we met, so to speak. Maybe one day I'll do like a podcast with just me and my life, but you're gonna get to meet us today and our lovely Hooter experiences. Okay, wait. After shifts, were you ever part of this little clique? Because I don't know how this came apart, but we would always go to the strip clubs after work. Because we got off at like 12 and they didn't close till 2.
I usually went to like Maggie's after the bar.
I don't know,
Maggie's.
that's it. We went to not Bottoms Up. What's the one right off the 95 exit in Palm Bay?
Bare Assets?
Yes.
I love strip clubs.
I was hammered. I thought this girl was so
strip
hot.
clubs.
And we were closing the strip club. They turned the light on and she had no teeth. I said, I just gave her my paycheck and she has no teeth.
Well, she can use that now to get teeth.
She's not using it for her teeth.
Yeah, she's probably using it. That's why they have the lights off in strip clubs.
I didn't know that. So now when I go, I make them smile.
One time,
Because I am not giving you money if you don't have teeth. I'm sorry.
maybe they're trying to fund their teeth. Maybe they're stripping to get teeth.
No, I don't think so. I guarantee if we go back
What?
for that.
But that's why they keep the lights off. Because sometimes the lights come on and you're like,
Yeah.
they looked way different.
Can we turn it back off? Because I was having fun.
Dude, I love strip clubs though.
They're so much
like
fun.
I really do.
I think the best strip club I have ever gone to is in Key West.
But you have to like end the night there. I feel like you can't start at a strip club. You have to end it.
Because you're going to go home with somebody that night.
Oh fuck no.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No. Not good in that story. No, I'm just kidding. No, so we were in the Keys.
I love the Keys.
This was like a spontaneous trip. Like, I was literally on the phone the night before with my friend, and I was like, let's go to the Keys tomorrow. And they were like,
driving distance.
Oh, let's go. And I was like, wait, seriously? You don't have to work? Because, I'm on.
Yeah.
So I don't have to do anything. I can do whatever I want, whatever. So they were like, yeah, let's go. So then we're like driving out to the Keys. No plan, no hotel booked, literally nothing. We're like booking everything on the way.
Those are the best trips.
So I have never had so much fun in my life. We met these people. There was people from Brazil. There was Colorado, Ohio. I had a whole friend group by the end of the night that I've never talked to since. And I have never had this much fun in my life. We like bar hopped. There was bars I've never seen before. And then they were like, yo, we know the strip club. I was like, what? It was like, I think they closed at 5 down there. It was like 2 or something like that. I was like, let's go. Like, what? I was like, I'm totally down. At this point, I'm definitely feeling pretty good.
Do you remember the name of it?
Name them and I'll tell you. I think it was Bare Assets, to be honest with you. It was like a well-known strip club. It wasn't like one of the little corner ones.
I've been to Key West a couple times, but there's one.
It's on the main street, Duval Street.
The first time I went to the Keys, somebody like tricked me into, I was like 18, I think. Somebody tricked me into going to the, what's it called? The Garden of Eve or whatever. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, the 3rd floor is naked.
Yeah, and I didn't know that the 3rd floor people are just completely naked up there.
Oh, all naked.
So I had no clue. They were doing it as like a joke, and they were like, oh, Shan, like this is a really cool place.
So they brought you to like the 2nd floor and then the 3rd?
So, no, they just went straight to the 3rd. So I was like, oh.
We ain't even skipping steps here.
And I like the first thing, and they're really strict with their phones. So you have to put phones in like lockers or like have it in your back pocket.
And you take out like, am I about to ride a roller coaster? Like, what?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm down for it because I'm down for whatever.
No questions asked. She's like, here you go.
Yeah, I'm like, anyways, so I walk up and there's a super old man.
No.
And he's probably like 5 foot. He's a little big. And all I could see was his wrinkly ass that was flat as cardboard. And then he turns around because there's like nobody up there. It's just him. And there's maybe a couple people like in the corner doing their thing. He turns around and I just saw it. And I was like, what is this place? Like, I didn't think it was normal. I thought he was a crazy person.
What's that one movie where it's like,
That went way off. I zoned out.
No, Madagascar. I like them big.
I like them chunky.
I feel like that would be my thoughts going up the stairs, and I'm just like.
But I mean, like, it's cool that people can, like, express themselves that old still and be confident, but my thing is, I was saying if I had to take my clothes off, we need to leave because I'm not doing that.
Not with the man.
But I was also 18, like, what?
What? How were you in the bar?
Well,
dude,
they allow it at 18, but
you
couldn't drink.
You couldn't drink?
Yeah.
I wonder if they changed that.
Yeah, it was
I got a ticket in the Keys, actually.
It was an interesting experience.
For walking.
For walking?
Yeah, this was when COVID first started. I got a $200 ticket for not having my mask on in the street. And then he wanted to get me in trouble for arguing with him. I wasn't even arguing. I said, I'm outside. Why do I have to have it on? He said, oh, you're really disobeying the law right now? I was like, you know what?
That scared me a little bit.
I'm not gonna lie. That's literally how he came at me.
I'd be like, just give me the ticket, please.
He did. He said,
and like, oh, I didn't even know you could do
and
that.
And they printed it out. Yeah, you couldn't have, you had to have your masks on everywhere in the Keys. Outside, inside, in the bathrooms. When you drank, the only thing you could do is this. And then you had, I swear. Because I asked him that too. I was like, okay, so how am I supposed to drink my drink? And he literally demonstrated it. I was like.
Man, I mean, there was one time where I was in Miami and like I was invited to this event. And this was when COVID was kind of calming down a little bit. But Miami was still strict because it's congested. It's a city, whatever. And I literally had my mask pulled down. Like I had it on, but it was like over
like
my
on your chin. I always wore it like that.
And there was a guy screaming at me from across the street. He wasn't like a worker from anywhere. It was just a random person. He's like, put your fucking mask on, you stupid bitch. And I was like, what? Because I will go over there right now.
I'll put your mask on.
And I'll do a little shadow box
with the wall.
Yeah, no, that shit was crazy.
That was the worst.
Because like I feel like
year of the years.
In Melbourne, it wasn't that strict. Like where I lived in Florida,
it wasn't that bad.
It was still bad, but you could still walk in public and have it pulled down and nobody's gonna say anything.
Yeah.
But I get it for
The
like
keys
Miami
were
because it
real
was a
bad.
big city, I guess.
Yeah, no. I
But
can't tell you how many times I got in trouble for not wearing my mask. Everywhere.
And I hated it.
Everywhere.
So when I was working at Hooters, actually, this is kind of a funny story. When they were really, really, really strict about it, first of all, first thing I did was put all my nose piercings back in because they didn't allow nose piercings. So I was like,
yeah. And then
but what I used to do is I would only do my makeup from here up.
I did the same
Because
thing
like I'd be sweaty and then you'd break out. So one time, this customer was like, I want to see your smile. And I was like, oh.
No.
Because my face is 2 different colors. Like this looks great and then this is red. And I'm like, oh, no. I'm like, I don't have any makeup on under it. Like it's like a solid line.
Stop, because I literally did the same
solid
thing.
And he's like, I just want to see your smile. And I was like, no, trust me, you do not want to see my smile right now because you're going to be like, what?
Wait, did you show him?
No. No, there's no way. Oh my God.
So listen, I did the same thing, right? But I didn't think it was that noticeable until I went home. And I looked at my face and I was like, because they had like cookies for lunch that day and like they brought it to the pharmacy. So I literally took my whole mask off. I'm like having a conversation and dead ass, it was a straight line. Like I took they said, got nothing here. It's white and orange. I'm talking, it was Donald Trump orange. It was bad. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Well, I just didn't see a point in putting makeup on.
There's no point.
And then I'm just gonna break out and get gross and feel nasty.
And you can use your makeup for longer because you don't have to use half of it. I feel like
you go home and you're a totally different person. You're like,
okay, but you want to hear something really messed up?
Yeah.
This sounds really bad, and if you're watching this, I'm sorry because I don't think you have your social media. Anyways, so I used to work with this person, right? They never took their mask off for the entire year and a half that I worked with them.
It's kind of sketchy.
This is when COVID, and like we never.
There's something up.
Oh yeah, there was.
Was there something up?
So I thought she was pretty, and I'm not like a hater at all, but like she took it off, and like I don't know why, but I feel like when you have a mask on, you envision what the rest of the face is gonna look like. Like I feel like I had like an AI filter in my head. Like I thought I knew what her face looked like, and she took it off after a year and a half of me never seeing her face, and I said. And she said, yeah, nobody ever sees me with my mask off. And I was like, oh no.
I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say about that.
I can't go into detail, but because I felt so bad. Because then she started telling me she never takes her mask off because people get like scared. And so
what the hell?
I was like, why?
I feel like wearing a mask did benefit some people.
Yeah, especially if, okay, I don't know, I mean, we gotta change the subject, because I'm gonna get
canceled again. Okay, let's not talk about
no features
with anything with looks.
Well, off camera, their teeth would be so, ow.
Yeah, I feel like teeth is very important, though.
Yeah, and then when they breath. When they would take their mask off to talk to you, like I had a nail tech lady. Oh, that thing was kicking.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I've never seen a nail tech without a mask, I don't think. Now that
you're right.
You know what I want to do? I want to learn the language so I can hear if they're talking shit.
No,
and then I want to talk back.
Because I'm gonna be
in their language.
You know what? You're toe back too, bitch.
No, there's a guy that literally does it on TikTok, and I literally love him. He'll go to all of these different like countries and shit. And there was one where he went to, I think it was like Japan or something, and they were on like the street vendors. And
is this on YouTube?
It's on TikTok.
Okay.
He's like famous on TikTok. And one of like the vendor guys was like talking trash about him, was like, what the fuck does this stupid foreigner want? So the guy talked back in like Japanese and was like, well, this stupid foreigner wants da 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 da. And the guy went,
he's probably like,
and started laughing and was like, this never happens. And the guy was like, yeah, I know. That's like why I do it.
Am I still stupid, bitch?
But no, they actually were like, ended up becoming friends or something. And he was like nice to him after. And he's like, we respect you for like learning the language.
I would not respect him.
Yeah, after that, I'd be like, damn.
I'd be like, you know what, you shitty ass motherfucker.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. You'd have to learn so many different languages in order to do that.
And
that language specifically, is it Vietnamese? What?
Huh? You said what? It would be It would be Japanese because we're in Japan. Vietnamese would be if you're in Vietnam. Chinese would be in China.
I'm gonna be myself. Okay. Anyways.
We're in Japan. Do you speak Vietnamese?
Get out. You're done. Get out. I don't even know where I was going with that.
You've never even been on a plane,
Nope.
right?
So I don't have to worry about learning new languages because I stay in Florida.
You never want to get on a plane?
No, I do. This year, it is my goal. Mark my words. I'm getting on a plane.
Where do you want to go?
45 minutes away. Because I just.
Oh, well, you've never
know.
been on one. Okay,
I
yeah,
just want to
you
know
can't
the feeling of like takeoff.
So you basically want to go from Miami to Tampa?
Yeah. Or like Fort Lauderdale, the Bahamas or something, get a little vacation. Or to Tennessee. I mean, I might push it for an hour. Like fly out of Orlando and go to Tennessee.
What is like your thing with it? Like why?
My vertigo.
Oh, it's just that.
Yeah.
So you don't have a flight.
I think I do have a fear of getting in the air.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think that's what is like
freaks you out the
big
most.
no. Yeah, because I'm like, what if I get up in the plane and my ear's like, bam?
Yeah.
And then I lose my hearing or something. Like, what if something...
I'm sorry. That's so funny, but that probably wouldn't happen. That's like a 1% chance.
It probably wouldn't, but like my brain goes to the extreme.
Yeah.
And I'm just like...
You take it from 1 to like 100.
Like 1,000.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, your ear definitely would not...
Your
eardrum would not blow.
I honestly probably would fly and be like, totally fine.
So I will
hear
say...
this wheezing in the background.
I'm not even gonna lie though, when I went skydiving, my ear was fucked up for like 2 days.
Bad?
One I couldn't hear out of for 2 days. I thought I went deaf.
Wait, why?
I think it's just the pressure change.
Well, yeah, you're just flying out of the sky.
Yeah. And you're dropping at 120 miles per hour. That's fast. Like a human body dropping 120 miles per hour.
Yeah. Something about that just doesn't sound amazing to me.
Yeah, it was kind of like a spur of the moment thing. It wasn't anything planned, but yeah, your eardrums might blow there if you ever did that.
I would never.
Yeah.
I can't even get on a plane. Why am I gonna jump out of one? First time get on a plane.
Then you'd get the full experience all at once.
I would probably never get back on one.
Yeah, I didn't.
I don't really know. I mean, I'm gonna do it this year, regardless. I'm just gonna fly somewhere so I can get it out. I'm literally driving to Arizona to see her.
Yeah.
30
I was like, why don't
hours
you just
away.
fly? It'll be like a 2-hour, 3-hour flight.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drive for 30 hours because fear is real.
I'd rather drive 30 hours than fly 2 hours.
But I can't. Like, I don't want my first flight to be far.
Yeah.
Or alone.
Well, there's also a time change in Arizona.
Really? What
from
is it?
Florida. They're behind by 2 or 3 hours. So
Oh,
technically,
so really, I'm only gonna drive 27 hours. Do you want to be part of this? I can't.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Well, if you think about it.
So my thing is like,
She avoided that whole thing.
I would rather. So don't get me wrong, I love a road trip, but if I can fly and get there a lot faster than 27 hours, I'm gonna do that.
That'd be smart.
Because I like road trips, but I also
Not
cannot
that
be in a
long.
car for that long without getting super fidgety. Like,
Oh, 100%.
I'm like, I have to stop every hour for no reason. I'm just like, oh, yeah.
Every
Not literally.
hour?
I'm exaggerating.
Every 2?
Depending on how long.
30
If it's like
hours.
my max on a road trip, unless if I was like going some fucking cross country shit. Is that what it's called?
That's literally what I'm doing. I'm going across the country. I'm basically on the other side.
Okay, if I were to travel with like if I were to travel in like an RV, I'd be straight. I'd be cool. But
you know what's funny? I looked
in
at
a
RV
car?
rentals for this trip. I was gonna. What's that movie with the guy with the squirrel in the RV and he goes downhill and it just takes off and then his RV's
isn't that a
with
cartoon?
Will Ferrell.
Oh,
You know
I thought
exactly
you were
what
talking
I'm
about
talking
Over the Hedge or something with the squirrel. Wait, that's not even a squirrel, is it? It's a chipmunk or a beaver. I don't.
Open season.
Oh my God, I don't even know.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not like a road trip girly though. I'm like a catch a flight kind of girl. I can't do that.
There's two different girls. You're one and I'm the other.
Well, I don't know.
30 hours is a long time.
I couldn't do that. That's what I could not do. Unless if I know you're stopping though, so that makes it easier.
Yeah, we're stopping in Texas.
So that makes it easier.
For 2 days.
But like, even when I drive from the Midwest to Florida for like bike week and stuff, that's anywhere from 14 to 16 hours. And I can only drive like 2 of it. I hate driving.
You make your hubby drive the rest of it?
Mm-hmm.
Poor guy. She said, I'm driving 2. You got an hour in the beginning, an hour in the end.
I've done like 6 hours driving to Florida, and then I'm tapped out. I'm like, I'm done.
I think I can drive like 3 hours max, and then I just fall asleep.
Yeah, that's my thing. I'll start falling asleep.
But I legit fall asleep. Like, I thought I had narcolepsy. If that's a thing.
Yeah, no, it is.
Okay.
When people are tired all the time.
Because you looked at me like.
They can fall asleep anywhere. Like, they can fall asleep.
Yes! I was literally driving, but I had my Tesla.
If somebody did that to me, I would call 911. I'd be like, they're dead.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how to give CPR.
Well, I don't fall asleep like. I fall asleep like you can tell I'm falling asleep.
Have you ever been driving and you're fighting sleep so hard? You're like doing the craziest shit ever. Like you're beating on the steering wheel.
And your windows are down like
you're slapping your face.
Yeah! I literally smacked myself so hard to wake me up.
I will literally
be like, I was crazy. I never talk about these things.
And I
she said,
turn the volume up as high as possible. Okay, I read if you turn the air super cold and blast it in your face, it wakes you up too. That
freezes my face.
That didn't really help me.
No, I thought the windows rolling down. I had the music on max and I still said.
No, literally. No, that's just crazy. I can't. Like, if I start falling asleep, I have to pull over. Like, I will literally sleep. Like, me and my best friend Carly, one time we could not make it back from, this is so bad, Tampa to Melbourne, which is like 3 hours. And we were so exhausted. We stopped in a 7-Eleven parking lot and put like the windshield thingy up and just fell asleep for 2 hours instead of just driving 2 hours back. Because we were both falling asleep.
It's not that bad.
But I mean, that's better than driving and literally falling asleep and crashing into somebody.
So one time, me and my friend, this is back my hood rat days. I don't know where I was
love the hood rat days.
We, for some reason, I don't even know how we got until 7 o'clock in the morning. Because we were just living life. It was living my best life. We're at this whatever party, blah, blah, blah. And we're just chilling.
Everybody had a hood rat stage where they were living life.
Mine lasted longer than it should. Anyways.
Same.
So we're like sitting in this...
25 years old. Took me 25 years. I'm just kidding. Anyways.
25 years. But no, so we're like sitting in this hot tub. And I'm like, this is really pretty. And I look around and the sun is rising. I was like...
Yes.
I was like, Jill. She's like, well, I'm hungry. You want to go get IHOP? I was like, sure. I didn't even care. I was like, we stayed up all night, so might as well stay up the rest of it. Like, why go to sleep? We pull up to IHOP in the front row parking spot and like in front of the 2 front doors that they have, right? So we're waiting for our friends to get there, but mind you, I guess we told them the other IHOP that was on the other side of town. So we're like sitting there waiting.
So it's just you two.
Yeah, and she has no tent, glass windows. And I'm like, Jill, I'm kind of tired. Like, maybe we should just take a nap while we're waiting for them.
You just took a nap on the IHOP parking lot?
We slept until 1 p.m.
Those IHOP workers are probably so used to it.
I was so confused why nobody checked on us. We slept from 7 to 1.
Because they see it all the time. Probably.
We probably look homeless.
No, they probably just thought you were really fucked up and drunk, and they were like, you know what, I'm going to leave it.
You know, I didn't even think about that.
Because it's IHOP.
I really did not think about that.
IHOP and Denny's were like the go-tos.
Yeah. I never thought about that.
I pulled so many like just all-nighters where I was partying, and I had no business doing it. I was like 15, 16 years old. I started my party age really young.
I looked shocked, but I did the same thing.
I started
literally
at like
was 15 at barn. Like we had barns. Like my friend had a big barn. I feel like that's all 15 and 16-year-olds. Like you have that
those
one
were
friend.
The wild days.
I'm talking. I
did the craziest
run out
shit
with a shovel and chasing after somebody. Yeah. It was wild.
At 15, 16. That's like the prime age where everybody gets crazy.
And you're like hood rats on the back of tailgates looking around.
And everything's normal.
Everything. You just go to school the next day. Talk about the bonfire you had the night before. Okay, so this isn't okay. This is a thing then.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I realize now though that is kind of weird is like whenever you were 15 or 16 and you were hanging out with like 20 to 25-year-olds.
Maybe 30.
Because now I look back and I'm 25. There's no way I'm hanging out with a 15-year-old.
So why were they hanging out with us?
Ever. Like that's weird.
Friends?
That's weird.
You know, it was funny though. I always thought those were like they were cool people. But like when you
I thought
think
they were
about
cool
it,
because they could get me alcohol.
Yes.
I'd be like, oh wait, I know somebody
with you.
But then it's like, why are you hanging out with a 15-year-old girl?
Yeah. That doesn't make sense.
And they would never do it alone. It was in parties. Like they would come to these where I was at. These like 20-something years old would be with like literally with all these other 15-year-olds at parties. Did they feel cool for like giving us alcohol? Like that's weird.
Maybe like they just.
I would never hang out with a 15-year-old.
No.
Ever. At 25.
What's the youngest man if you were single? I'm only asking this because it's something that I don't know what I was thinking. I was 22. What's the youngest at 22?
At 22 years old?
Yeah.
So not at 25?
No, when you're at 22.
You'd have to be 22. I don't like anybody younger than me. I always date older.
Yeah, me too.
Like
usually.
Drake is
30-something.
31 and I'm 25. Always go older.
Yeah, I usually do too.
Or the same age, that's fine.
I was like, maybe the young ones got different stamina. No younger. Because then they're at a different mindset level than you. Like,
and you need to have somebody that's either growing with you or just already has a good mindset. But then sometimes the older men
are even worse than
are even worse because they think that they know everything and they try to like control you. Oh no, not the snort. No, but they'll try to like control you because they think they know everything. Like older, because
they look down on you.
Not like
you're
me,
25.
not like Drake's age, but like even older. Like they'll be like, "Oh, you're just young and you don't know anything."
Yeah.
So then it's like, well, why are you dating me then?
Yeah.
I never personally had that issue, but I know friends that.
I wonder if it's like a not narcissistic, but like what are those people that have to make other people feel down in order to be better?
Narcissistic people.
Okay, so
yeah,
narcissistic
definitely.
People. Okay.
Why did I sound so serious when I answered
She said, I know what I'm talking about. Narcissistic, that's it. That's them.
Yeah,
they
dealt
do
with
that. Yeah, I think every female has had one narcissistic boyfriend in their life.
Yeah.
If not boyfriend, like had some type of cross paths with these narcissistic people. And it's crazy because like narcissistic people, I can't even try to say that 5 times fast.
Narcissistic.
Narc. You're a narc. No, so not the wheeze. Oh my god, I'm gonna pee myself again. So, yeah.
But I feel like every girl has to go through.
You have to go through that phase.
That stage, or you never know. But that's why I always I hate the kind of girls that cut their friends off when they're dealing with that, and it's their first. Because I lost a lot of friends when I went through my narcissistic.
I feel
but
like
you have to grow from it.
Yes,
you have to.
Yes,
so if you deal with that one friend with that one guy, and you get her
as
through it,
long as she doesn't do it 5
she
more
does
times,
it again.
Then that's no.
I can't help you.
That's a no. Yeah, you can't do it twice. You should learn.
You
from
should
the first
100% learn from the first, because I did.
Yes.
After my first one, I never dealt with a narcissist ever again.
But I get it. And like in the moment, I feel like you like friends when you're friends with them that are going through all that. Like you're like, wow, she's choosing a man over me. But like they manipulate you so bad.
But those are the girls that have never been in a narcissistic relationship.
Yes. So
or
I
like
feel
toxic.
like you get like
so
one.
They don't
free
understand.
Pass. One free pass.
Yeah.
Like Monopoly.
I get. Yeah, no, I definitely.
Pass go.
I'll always be there for my friends as long as they learn from
the first one.
But like I can't do the attention-seeking girls that like make people feel bad, and I'm like, you're the one in the relationship. You're the one that can choose to get out of it. Like, don't do that. How the fuck am I supposed to help?
Yeah, don't do that.
I can't. Him. I could, but
New Year's Eve. That works.
New Year's resolution.
New year, new me.
Anyways,
I stuck this pinky up and drank with this hand. That makes sense. What culture is that? British?
Culture?
When you drink with your...
Rich is not a culture.
Rich?
Rich people? That's not a culture.
I thought it was British. When they drank their teacup with their pinky up.
She just called rich people a culture. I would say
that culture.
I would say they're put into their own category. Rich people.
Yeah.
I like humble rich people. Yeah. I like the people that are rich that you would never know are rich.
Yes.
Like they wear like a regular t-shirt and jeans.
Yeah.
Those are the smart rich people. Because I could even say like if I was rich, I'd probably be a little dumb.
I feel like you are. Not dumb. Rich.
No, that came out so wrong. That came out so wrong.
Oh, no, she said, excuse me? In this
no,
right
but
now.
like my thing is
we're done.
I feel like if you're rich, you do have to like spoil yourself a little bit. Like,
a little bit.
I like jewelry.
Yes.
But I'm not a bag, like a designer
but
bag.
But you're also not like, look at my Dior ring and look at this one.
Yeah,
and
no.
look at my Louis Vuitton.
No.
And then I got Louis and then I got this Louis. And my bag over there, it's Louis too.
Oh yeah, no, the braggy
like,
rich girls. But most of the time it's not their money, that's why.
Yeah.
So they don't know
it's
how
like
their
dad's money.
Yeah.
I would have loved that.
Same.
I had like a rich dad. I didn't even have a dad.
Me neither. Maybe that's why we're friends.
That's definitely why we're friends. It's
And
like
we do
a
the same
bond.
thing because we don't have daddies. Well, we have daddies, but
Daddy
not real
issues.
daddies.
We have daddy issues.
Yeah.
I do. I can't speak for you.
No, I have daddy issues.
Okay, good. Because I didn't want to
Well,
portray
no, that's
that
not
on
good,
you.
but...
I mean... I feel like
But it
girls
bonds-
with daddy issues
It
have
bonds.
a personality.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like girls with no daddy issues are like, there's nothing wrong with them.
No. They just have a great life.
Yes, in the picket white fence with the steak on Friday nights, and
Some of those girls are cool as shit, though.
they really are.
But the
I
other
definitely
ones
have
aren't.
friends like
the
that.
ones that are like the haters on us for having daddy
Yes,
issues.
But
and-
like, it's not our fault. Like, I didn't get to pick my dad.
Yeah.
You think I would have picked him? Probably not.
No.
I would have picked like Channing Tatum or something. Because I was actually thinking about it. I was like, who would I want my dad to be? Channing Tatum.
What?
You think he's
No,
bald
you would
now?
think you would think your dad was hot then, right? No, I don't think Channing Tatum's hot. I don't at all.
Oh, back in
I really
his days.
What
that man
about-
was so fine?
I would pick a
Think
rich
of the
dad.
richest dad alive. Or
Who's the richest person? Bill Gates.
Elon Musk.
Yeah. Elon has like no personality though. Have you watched a
Yeah.
podcast with him?
Somebody told me.
my
I've never
God.
watched podcasts with him, but somebody told me he had
It's
no
probably
personality.
me.
Maybe.
But then again, I
Probably
feel
should've
like
knocked Elon
when you're
Musk.
rich, you're just
Cut that
like
out too. No Elon Musk.
yeah. Cancel.
You gotta be careful. We gotta be careful what we talk about.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who would you pick for like your daddy? Like your daddy. It has to be a famous person.
Oh, he's famous.
Who is it?
Okay, you don't watch football, do you?
No, but I know who you're gonna say.
Who?
Starts with a T. Right?
You think I'm gonna say Travis Kelce?
No.
Because I was.
Oh no, I wasn't.
I was until he got with Taylor Swift. But we're not gonna talk about that. Yeah. Anyways, you know who
Mine?
Nick Bosa is?
Mine would be Chris Brown.
Let me show you this man.
I literally am obsessed
Let
with
me
Chris
show you
Brown.
this man.
I could just
Let me show you this.
wait. I know what Travis Kelce looks like.
No, Nick Bosa.
Oh.
This is the sexiest man alive on this planet. He is so fine.
Is he white or not white?
He's definitely white.
Oh, yeah,
What picture are you looking at? What color do you get from that?
I don't know.
Yellow?
I don't know.
No, he is so fine. You have to watch him play football. No, I was one of those fans with Travis Kelce where I literally thought he was like the sexiest man on the planet. And then I found out him and Taylor Swift are together. And now I won't listen to Taylor Swift, nor will I watch his football team.
So is it like a hater thing? Like you're pissed she's with him,
I'm
or you
definitely
don't
a
like
hater.
Taylor?
No, I used to love Taylor's music. But now she took my future
She
husband.
took your man.
Yeah.
And that's not okay.
Done. Both of them canceled.
So what happens
Every time the song
What
comes on, I
happens if
skip
you
it.
hear okay?
And people are like, Tim! Boop.
And you can't block her either.
No, she's everywhere. I see
You
her
can't
on
just block Taylor Swift.
everything.